We are a quarter into the 2024 NBA season, and in today's video, I am giving every single one of my NBA award winners if the season was to end today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, let me know what you guys think. But let's start things off with the MVP award. I am going with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from OKC. Is this a hot take? Fuck, I don't know, man. Because you look at the past few years, every single season when you talk about MVP, it's the same names that come up. Jokic, Embiid, fucking Giannis, and then the next tier of guys, it's always Luka, Tatum, Devin Booker. But for me personally, right now, SGA is my MVP. You look at what he's doing with the OKC Thunder. Second seed in a stacked Western Conference. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if they made the playoffs, but definitely not as a second seed. And obviously they can still drop, but this video is about if the season was to end right now. And you look at what SGA means to this OKC offense. I don't think it's a stretch to say that he's just as, if not more important to OKC's offense as someone like Nikola Jokic is to Denver's offense. Because, honestly, if SGA doesn't give you 30, 35 points a game, OKC's in trouble. You know, their chances of winning is in doubt just because he doesn't have a reliable number two option. J-Dub, Chet Holmgren, great players, complementary pieces at this point. Josh Giddey definitely isn't those number two options. So you look at what he's doing on the court. He's averaging 30.5 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, 6.2 assists, 2.8 steals as well, and a career high 54.4% field goal percentage, which is fucking insane given the fact that every single game, night in and night out, teams are game planning to beat the Thunder simply by stopping SGA, and there's nothing they can do about it. And he's doing this, you know, what's remarkable is that he's doing this with fucking Josh Giddey as his backcourt partner, because there was a Reddit post that came out the other day pointing out that Josh Giddey might just be the least valuable player in the NBA. So by default, if Josh Giddey is the least valuable player, then SGA is the most valuable player, because the on-off splits, Josh Giddey has a negative 19.3 on-off splits. It's just really bad. And when the starting five for the OKC Thunder is on the floor, guess who's taking the most shots? It's not Shai. It's not J-Dub. It's not Chet Holmgren. It's not even Lou Dort. It's fucking Josh Giddey, bro. So purely because this guy is playing alongside Josh Giddey, I'm just kidding, but seriously, purely because of how great he is and the fact that OKC, top two seed in the stack conference, surpassed expectations, I do have him winning MVP as of right now. As for my runner-up, got Luka Doncic, the Mavs, number 3 seed's obviously not far behind. And you can definitely tell the Luka-Kyrie backcourt duo is looking a lot better in comparison to last season. You look at his stats as well. He's shooting 38.2% from 3 on a career-high 10.2 attempts per game, which is nuts given the difficulty of his three-pointers. Always fucking step back, shoot over a defender in his face. And this is actually the first time in Luka's career that he's actually shot over 36% from 3, or league average, really. So he's doing some great things in Dallas. They've exceeded my expectations too, but right now, giving it to SGA. For Rookie of the Year, this is going to fucking piss some people off. I'm going with Chet Holmgren. Look, I love the Victor Wembanyama hype as much as the next person, but you can't be biased. You got to be objective. And in my opinion, Chet's having the better season. Firstly, OKC is the number 2 seed in the West. San Antonio, dead last. Obviously, look, Rookie of the Year, no one really gives a shit about winning. They only really care about stats. But, you know, it's not just something you can ignore. And when you look at the defensive stats as a team, OKC is ranked number 6. Wembanyama and the Spurs, number 27. And honestly, Chet Holmgren means a lot more to OKC's defense than Wemby is to the Spurs. Or I should say he doesn't have as much help. Jalen Williams, he had a great season last year as a rookie. Minutes this year have been kind of all over the place. Fucking the next big man after Jalen Williams is Davis Bertans, bro. But you look at Wemby, he's got Zach Collins, he's got Jeremy Sohan. There's size there that can help him out, and he doesn't have the same level of responsibility as Chet does. Now, when you look at rim protection as a whole, Chet's doing a better job. He is defending the most field goal attempts per game in the paint at 10.2 attempts per game, and he's holding opponents to shooting 10% lower than their season average. Now, in comparison, Wembanyama holding opposition shooting 8.4% less than their season average at the rim, and on an average of 5.8 attempts per game. To be fair, in Wemby's defense, the fact that he's just standing in the paint is probably just going to turn some guys off from driving into the hoop, but nonetheless, it's worth pointing out. Now, from an efficiency standpoint, this is where things are night and day, really, because Chet is shooting 51.8% from the field against Wemby's 43%, and Chet's shooting 37.1% from 3 in comparison to Wemby's 25.5%. Now, if I'm being honest, I do think that Wembanyama has the highest ceiling. And if I'm also being honest, I do think that the Rookie of the Year voters are probably just going to, they're just going to vote for Wemby to win just because of the hype train, whatever. But if we're being real, I do think that Chet deserves Rookie of the Year, although as of right now, obviously. So let me know what you guys think about this one. I know it's a bit controversial, but that's my pick. For DPOY, I'm going with Rudy Gobert. Look, #1 defense in the entire NBA. Hard to argue with that, especially when the Timberwolves have missed Jaden McDaniels in 10 of their 21 games, so essentially half the season. Gobert's proving that he can play alongside Karl Anthony Towns. I think he's running away with the award right now. Opponents, they're shooting 14.2% less than their season average at the rim when defended by Gobert, which ranks #2 in the entire NBA across all centers or players in general who have defended at least 7 attempts per game in the paint. Second to only Kristaps Porzingis. So I feel like right now it's his award to lose. But shout out to Anthony Davis. He and the Lakers are making a huge surge. Second-ranked defense in the NBA in the past 10 games. And in my opinion, when he's healthy, when he's locked in, whatever you want to say, AD is the best defensive player on the planet, in my opinion. I think he's better than Giannis. But let me know what you guys think. And I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if come the end of the season, AD comes in and wins the award. Even right now, you can make a case for it. Most improved player. This one is fucking close. And honestly, there's a lot of guys out there in the field that you can really make compelling arguments for. So let me know what you guys think about this one. You've got, obviously, Ime Udoka unlocking the full potential of Alperen Şengün. Really looks like a baby Jokic right now. You've got Scotty Barnes over here, making noticeable improvements in his efficiency, three-point shooting, handle, poise and aggressiveness as a whole, his defense. He's just turned his game up another level, really. You've got Tyrese Maxey, absolutely flourishing as a second option without James Harden. Improved his playmaking by a shit ton. And the 76ers as a whole look like a much more flawed team. Probably also because of Nick Nurse too. Personally, I'm going with Tyrese Haliburton, who has made massive strides in his game. And I feel like he's someone that's gone from an all-star level caliber player to an all-NBA, even MVP level player as well. I don't know if that's a hot take too. But you look at what he's done. Right now, the Pacers, they're on track to being the #1 offense in NBA history. I feel like this is like the Kings had that last season, the Pacers have it right now. Every single season that goes by, it's just going to keep going up. But as of right now, the Pacers are the #1 offense in NBA history. And you look at what he's doing, man. He's averaging what? His points are up from 20.7 to 26.9 points per game. Assists are up from 10.4 to 12.1 per game. Turnovers are down from 2.5 to 2.2 per game. And he's also shooting a career high 52.5% from the field and 44% from three as well, which is also a career high. His fucking free throw percentage is also a career high too. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. His three-point attempts are a career high as well. So fuck. Like, the only reason I'm going with Haliburton over Maxey is just because he is doing so much more with the same role and responsibility. If not, like, he's taken on more of a leadership role as well. Whereas Maxey, he's just stepped in from a #3 option to a #2 option. So naturally, his numbers are going to go up. Not trying to discredit him, don't get me wrong. He's a fucking unit and everything. For what it's worth, his efficiency has gone down a bit. But for me right now, yeah, I feel like Tyrese Haliburton is the guy to beat. But yeah, I don't know. Betting odds have Tyrese Maxey winning it, so let me know what you guys think. But yeah, Haliburton's my most improved player. Next up, as for the Sixth Man of the Year, this is also kind of a tight race for me, primarily between Cole Anthony, Austin Reeves, and Tim Hardaway Jr. All of these three guys absolutely killing it. I do actually think that when it's all said and done, after 82 games, I actually think Austin Reeves is going to win it. But right now, I'm going with Cole Anthony, Orlando Magic, #2 seed. And, Cole Anthony, he's holding the fort down offensively for a Magic team, which is without Markelle Fultz. He's only played in 5 games out of 22 games. So there's a hole there. Jalen Suggs, solid player. Anthony Black is a rookie. So Cole Anthony is really doing all he can to hold the offense down from the guard spots. He's averaging 15.4 points, 4.6 rebounds, 3.6 assists per game. So yeah, he's fucking killing it. He's a straight bucket getter, Shout out Tim Hardaway Jr. too. He's killing it, averaging 16.9 points per game. Don't think you can really go wrong with any of these three guys, but for me personally, going with Cole Anthony. I'm going to put a picture up here as well. Shout out Cole Anthony, man. And lastly, Coach of the Year. I'm going to go with Mark Daigneault from the Oklahoma City Thunder as well. You can kind of see a trend here. Obviously, OKC surpassed expectations, so they're winning, right? Jamal Mosley's my runner-up. You really can't go wrong with either of these two guys, both leading excellent young teams that are surpassing expectations, like I said. So yeah, look, I'm not going to talk too much about this award because truth be told, it's the award that nobody gives a shit about. So I'm just going to leave it here. Let me know what you guys think about any of my picks, who you guys got for winning each and every award. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.